The Ring doorbell and security footage. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll talk about that with noted criminal defense attorney Tom Grieve. We're going to go down all kinds of rabbit holes this time, folks. We'll look at some video here that you don't want to see. But before we do that, let me tell you that we have a gun giveaway going on right now. It's absolutely free, but it ends really soon. All you need to do is click on the link down in the description, and you can find out which brand new gun you could win. Tom, welcome. I'm taking this on a journey.
Yeah.
We're looking at some Ring doorbell footage here, and this is what you see when you look at your Ring doorbell. I don't know what he's doing or why, but we're just gonna let this go.
I'm not gonna be able to unsee this, right?
Yeah, this is this,
okay.
And this will be used at his trial if there is ever a trial. The question, Tom, is this kind of stuff notwithstanding. If you see this, I mean, you're scarred. You're scarred now. I'm scarred as well. But can it be used? First thing I always ask is, can it be used against you? Okay, so you've got security cameras all around your house. Do the police get to come and take all of that stuff if there is an incident, if you defend yourself or if somebody breaks into your home or something like that?
I absolutely hope this is going to be used against him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every job interview, every Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
No, this is some Florida man type stuff we're seeing here.
Yeah.
So, but this side of the Florida-Georgia line.
Actually,
yes,
this was California.
This was California.
Yeah.
So is that above or below Florida man in the hierarchy of this?
I don't want to talk about that
separate video
anymore.
We'll figure that out another time.
Yeah.
So look, bottom line is yes, they can absolutely come in if there's some sort of self-defense scenario, and if they believe that there's evidence that's out there. If you don't give it to them, they can try to seize it, and if they need to get a warrant later, they can. A lot of this kind of stuff when you talk about recording doorbells and so forth. The big question is, where's the video stored? Is it stored on site, some sort of hard drive, or is it stored off site in some sort of cloud? So the clouds are all going to be accessible via subpoenas, warrants, that kind of stuff. On site, yeah, that's where they can just grab the box and get the warrant or subpoena that they may require later. So yeah, whatever's going to be on that, however far back that went, if you're opening and closing the door, making casual conversations about how you want to shoot people, I can imagine
recording what you say.
I can imagine a prosecutor or two finding that relevant at your homicide trial, and maybe even helping to provoke or instigate that homicide trial and taking a no-charge situation up to this guy's pretty strange.
So we're back at the point where we're talking about anything that you do online, and this is a prime,
and whatever this
example,
is, whatever this is
going to be used. So if you're involved in a self-defense incident and you have a doorbell camera, the prosecutor is going to want that, and whatever led up to that. I mean, if you were cursing and swearing and threatening beforehand, all that stuff is going to show up. So Good idea or bad idea as we go around with this stuff. I think good idea as long as you can control yourself.
Yeah. Good idea for me, good idea for you. Don't know if it's a good idea for whoever's going to be involved in a self-defense shoot. I know that they're just going to see me and my kids and nothing exciting. Maybe some toddlers poking at the camera, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's a guy in a town between here and my home who has a pallet painted with the words, "Don't ring my doorbell. My dogs will bark. I will let you have it." That's the sign painted on a pallet in front of his house. So I don't think that guy's going to be using all of his doorbell footage to protect himself when somebody comes and rings doorbells and his dog barks.
It's certainly a warning sign. I mean, I'll give him that. I mean, that's an informed consent level that you rarely see anymore.
So again, surveillance video for home security, is that something that you're recommending with the caveat, be careful?
I think inside the home you can get a little bit, again, it all depends on you. This 100% depends on you. If you have the proper education, if you have the proper training, you're not somebody who shoots your mouth off, can lose your head in the heat of the moment, and you're not going to have 50 hours of things you really don't want a judge or prosecutor to be reviewing.
Video.
Right, something like this.
Yeah.
Then sure, right? If you're somebody who doesn't want to live on a reality TV show, then, you know, when it comes to putting cameras inside your house, those are some question marks, right? But
the nanny cams and different things
the nanny
like
cams
that
and
that
so
are-
forth.
that-
I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? But you just, at the end of the day, we very rarely know exactly what it's picking up, when it's recording, where is it going, how long is that being stored for, how much of that is accessible. And if you're putting things out there that you'd rather not have out there, then obviously that's a trade-off you have to keep in mind when it comes to, okay, but there are some things I do want to have recorded, potentially, God forbid, if they ever arise.
Yep.
And you got to do one of these things and, frankly, accept the consequences of that decision because they're going to be real.
And typically when something gets taken into evidence, that falls into the public domain then. People can use the Freedom of Information Act to get that stuff and post it online.
Yeah, sometimes there's exceptions when we talk about cases involving children. Sometimes things can be under seal or subject to what we call in-camera review, which is where a judge just looks at it alone and kind of decides, okay, this is in, this is out, this is irrelevant, or this is too prejudicial, or whatever the case may be. Yes, there can be different scenarios subject to check your local listing, the rules of evidence, Freedom of Information Act, open records laws, so forth. But you're 100% right. Once it leaves your possession and goes to the police, if some reporter decides to do something and, hey, maybe the law says that you're not supposed to have everything turned over because of reason X, Y, Z. But the evidence technician who was working that day when the open records request came in, you know, they were busy, they're trying to get it done before lunch, and something happened, and next thing you know, all that video walks out the door and it gets published on YouTube for people to...
Yeah, once it's released into the wild.
Yeah, expose themselves to.
It's out there.
Right.
So... thanks again, as always, for your insight, Tom. Sorry to subject you to this over and over, but apparently it went on for about 3 hours with this person.
Yeah, that's what we were told. Thank you,
just
Tyler.
Being intimate with the intercom there on the Ring doorbell. And folks, thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. I know it may have been a little bit disturbing, but I will remind you again before we go, we have that gun giveaway going on, and it ends really soon. So click on the link below and reveal which brand new gun you could win. I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. If you enjoy videos like this, well, not like this, but like this, please subscribe to this channel and click on that notification bell. We'll let you know every time something new comes out. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.